Hello and welcome to Path Yorkshire. Thank you for taking the time to view this short film about our organisation and the work it does. If you're considering becoming a trainee at Path, then I hope you'll find this film beneficial and helpful in providing some of the answers to questions you may have been asking. If you're an employer and you're thinking about working with Path as a way of addressing your underrepresentation of black and minority ethnic people, or you simply just wanted to find out more about what Path does, I hope you'll find this film beneficial. So please sit back and enjoy.
Path Yorkshire is a registered charity formed under the auspices of the local authority in 1985. We address underrepresentation and provide positive action training in all areas of employment. Why can we do that? Well, we've been endorsed by the Secretary of State under the Race Relations Act of 1976, particularly Section 37, which states that we can provide education and training and encouragement to black and minority ethnic people where there is an underrepresentation compared to the black and minority ethnic population of that area or even, indeed nationally. Since 1985 we've become the leading positive action training organisation in the country.
Hello, my name's Lewis, I'm 21 years old. I'm currently working for the BBC at the minute. On coming to the BBC as part of the Path traineeship, I've learnt various skills as long as my arm, probably skills that I won't even know that I've learnt until I might leave here or in a few years' time and I look back and go, oh yeah, I remembered that when I was... So, just to give you a brief kind of example of what I've learnt, I currently know how to use Radio Man, I know how to edit packages, edit Vox Pops, go and do Vox Pops. I currently edit 10 hours of live radio for rebroadcast, which gets broadcast on Saturday and Sunday mornings. I also put out shows, so for example when the presenter's in his studio presenting, I'm sorting out the guests and kind of producing the show basically to make sure everything's just smooth running and ticking over. My current position in the BBC after my traineeship, I'm a BA basically. I've been offered a 3-month contract as a BA, which is a broadcast assistant.
Path helped me over 4 years ago. They were very helpful. I actually was in my 4th year at the Northern School of Contemporary Dance, where I trained, and I was asked to do an apprenticeship with Phoenix, and Path stepped in and helped fund me actually be with Phoenix as a full-time member, so I actually trained with them every day for 9 months of their contract. And with Path's help and support and funding, I was able to go on tour with them and actually abroad also. Path helped me bridge the gap between my apprenticeship and a full-time company job, and as you can see, they even put me on the cover.
My name's Jordan Small and I'm a Learning and Development Assistant. I first learnt about Path, it was through actually watching Calendar. My mum watched an episode one day and they did a little piece on the first year trainees. So she said to me, well, why don't you apply for it, Jordan? You know, she'd like to see me working in TV or something. So I said, why not? I was at uni at the time, so I just, sent my application in and hoped for the best really. So yeah, it's been a really positive experience. I've learnt so much whilst being at ITV. It's a great chance that Path has given me to work here. So yeah, I've learnt so much in the past year. Yeah.
My name's Athia Begum. I'm a Trainee Service Development Officer. I'm working for Stonham, and I've been in this traineeship for like a year and a half now. When I finished my degree, which was in property studies, I had the academic side of it, but I had no experience. So when I was actually applying for jobs, it was knocking me back saying that I had no experience. So when I joined this traineeship, it helped me gain skills and the confidence to actually go in for a proper job.
We here at Path work with various employers. All these employers understand how important it is to promote black and ethnic minorities within their workplace.
We were looking at ways that we could, well, we still are looking at ways that we can diversify our workforce, and ethnic minority staff are particularly underrepresented in development work. So we were looking at organisations that we could work with, ways that we could increase the diversity of the workforce. So taking ethnic minority trainees through the Path scheme was one way that we could do that. And at the time I was based in the Leeds office here, and we could take trainees directly on through Path Yorkshire, working in the Leeds office. I could supervise them, and that was one way that we could increase the, the number of ethnic minority staff working in development.
Well, Path was around at the same time as I was working at the Northern School of Contemporary Dance, which is probably 19 years ago, 20 years ago. I was a percussionist at the time there, working with dancers, contemporary dancers were training on a 3-year course. I wanted to have other drummers along with me, playing along and being trained, because there were not many drummers around at the time. So what happened is, coincidentally, Path was around at the same time, and there were a lot of young men around, mostly men at the time, playing drums, who wanted to do something but didn't have the time to get into it, because they had to be out there looking for money in other ways. So I took the initiative, went and approached a few drummers. I said, would you like to do some drumming at the Northern School? You could get paid eventually, but just for now, there's probably a group around called Path who could maybe help you to get on a scheme where you could still get some of your benefits and some extra money, and also train as a contemporary dance drummer.
Well, the legal department of Leeds City Council started its partnership with Path probably about 9-10 years ago, and what we do predominantly is that we take a trainee solicitor and assist them with their training contracts. Path supports and pays the trainee solicitor, and we provide professional support, monitoring and supervision.
Often the BBC is seen as inaccessible, predominantly white, middle class, and it's not what you know, it's who you know that enables you to get a job within the BBC. Working in partnership with organisations such as Path enables us to break down those perceived stereotypical barriers and enables us to increase the diversity of our workforce. Path is one of a number of important partnerships the BBC has formed in recent years as it drives through its commitment to diversity, ensuring the BBC reflects the audience it serves and creates a workforce that more accurately reflects the composition of the country. The BBC's future is dependent on its ability to produce content that is relevant to people of all social and racial groups.
HFT is a national charity that provides a range of support for people with learning disabilities. In Leeds we have 64 people who use our services, and we have a staff team of about 100 people. Working together with an organisation that had common values about wanting to actually support individuals, give individuals the chance and actually allow them to actually enter a workplace that maybe they wouldn't necessarily think about, and maybe those are some of the great benefits.
We've got lots of benefits here at Path. We develop your potential with up-to-date on-the-job training. We offer an attractive training allowance. You are assigned an employment trainer who is there to support and guide you through your training. There are regular reviews of your progress with your placement provider. There's a chance to go to college and obtain a recognized qualification in your area of work. Remember, you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Get on the course is great.
Right, go for Path, you've got nothing to lose.
Fill out the Path training form, you never know, you might just get the job.
To help you choose a career, choose Path.
Ha!